It's your boy Offbeat, back in the hot seat. Hope you guys are good. On Monday, I told you my big idea, and it was pretty well received, I would say. And I've got some feedback here, basically, that I've had from you guys so far, which I thought I'd share with you. So I've had some great feedback. I've had some really positive emails and comments and messages, and basically every platform that I'm on, people have contacted me with messages of support to say that they love the idea and they're going to get on board, which is epic. But I've also had some, I wouldn't say negative, but some less positive stuff, or at least some questions or some concerns that people have as well. So I think it's important to have a balance. So I'm going to share the positive stuff with you, and then I'm going to share the more concerned stuff with you as well, because I think that's just as interesting. So first up, Gina Rodriguez on YouTube says, I'm in. My husband is food on YouTube says, where do I join? Sean Brown on YouTube says, can't wait to be part of it. You can count on my support. And he supported pretty much everything I've done, so big up Sean. Robbie Meesday says, sounds good to me, and at a $5 it's an absolute bargain. I agree, sir. Thank you very much. Violet Vivid says, Furk, yes. Furk, spelled F-U-R-K. Furk, yes. This sounds awesome. Shortbread Head says, this sounds brilliant. As a sound engineer who hasn't recorded in a while, it'll be good to see behind the scenes of your work. And then Sam Martin actually got in touch this morning. So it's a very recent comment just saying, this sounds amazing. Count me in. So big up Sam as well. Thank you very much. So yeah, lots of comments and emails and just general messages of support. Those are just a few of them. I've had loads already. So big up to everyone else who's contacted me as well. Thank you very much. But as I say, I have also had some other ones which are not necessarily negative, but kind of questioning it or giving a bit of constructive criticism, which is really valid, and I really value as well, because as much as I want everyone to just sign up and do it, it's always really important to have that feedback that challenges it as well. That's the word I'm looking for, challenging feedback. So yeah, I thought I'd share a couple of those with you as well. So ED Cell Warrior says, this sounds cool, but be careful. It could end up with you rushing out an unfinished song if you can't come up with anything fast enough. And that is a risk. I think that's a very fair comment, and that is definitely a valid concern to have. What I would say to that is, one of the reasons that I'm doing this, and I'm not sure if I made this clear last week, and I'm going to make it more clear in some of the videos that run up to it. I want to talk a bit more about this because I think it's really important, is accountability, because I didn't have any accountability really when I did my last album, when I did the Kickstarter, and as a result it took ages for me to do it. So I've got accountability now with this business mentoring program that I'm part of. So every month there's a meetup and we get given tasks that we have to do, and then by the next month you're expected to have completed them, and if you haven't, first of all you get a bollocking, but second of all you just feel silly. And I found that so powerful, because it's just made me do stuff that I wouldn't have done otherwise, and it's given me that deadline to work towards. And so one of the reasons that I'm doing it in this way is to force myself to be accountable. And I don't think a month is an unrealistic amount of time to produce a song. It is going to be tight for sure, and it's going to give me some pressure, but that's a good thing, and I think I need it, because like I say, on the Kickstarter I raised a load of money in advance, and then, which I'm incredibly grateful for, by the way, still, I raised a load of money in advance, and then I basically had free reign to go and work with Oddchap, create the beats, write the lyrics, but there was no time frame to it, and it took a lot longer than any of us expected or wanted, myself included, Oddchap definitely included, but also everyone who supported. I'm sure you guys wanted it quicker, but because there wasn't a definite deadline, it just meant that I was able to be a perfectionist, but to an extreme, not in a good way. I am a perfectionist, but one of the things I've learned through business is that it's never going to be perfect anyway, so you need to have a cut-off point. And I think having this setup where I've got these weekly goals and these monthly deadlines for each track, it's going to help me stay on track. So that was the first comment, and that one's had quite a few likes as well on YouTube, so I'm guessing that other people share that concern, and so I really wanted to address that one, because like I say, it's totally valid, but there is a reason for it, and I am confident that it won't be an issue. And Ricardas Baker, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, says, that sounds interesting, but won't you burn out from all of that? Like, at first it sounds good, but when you make a plan, you know that plan never ends in time or goes on in time. So again, very valid comment, and thank you as well for your concern, because like you don't want me to burn out, which is nice. What I would say to that is that I did a video a little while back called Do One Thing Really Well, and I've made the conscious decision recently to focus 100% on making music and on trying to make a success out of my music and basically make music my full-time job. I started a business a couple of years ago, and the idea of that was that it would be like way less work than a 9-to-5 job, and it would free me up to spend more time doing music. That hasn't been the case. If anything, it's stressed me out more than my real job. I've spent a lot of money on it, and I've just got really distracted from it, and I've not focused on music as much as I would have liked to have done in that time. In addition to that, I also had the Swing Hoppers going on, so I was working on tracks with them. So I had kind of like 3 jobs basically, kind of 4 really, because I do like some freelance design stuff as well. So I was trying to run my like Airbnb business that I set up. I was trying to do a bit of freelance work on the side. I was trying to do Offbeat, and I was trying to do the Swing Hoppers. And so if I was ever at risk of burning out, that's when it would have been. And I didn't. And I would say I came close. There were definitely times where sort of like mentally and emotionally, I just like, I did feel drained and exhausted. And I have been given that advice before, like to sort of slow down and to not take on as much stuff. But that is what I've done now. So with the business, I like it's still running, but I've scaled it right down. So before I had like 7 different properties, and there were some that were causing me real problems. And now I've scaled it down to like literally 3 at the moment. So that's going to kind of run itself, or certainly it's going to be a lot less work than it has been. I'm not doing freelance design work anymore. I used to do 5 days a week, and then I went down to 3 days a week, and now I'm doing no days a week doing that. So that isn't on my plate anymore. And also the Swing Hoppers have obviously broken up as well. So that was another sort of like, well, not even 50%, like 25% of my attention was diverted by that. So in terms of burnout, like I don't think it'll be the case because I'm not doing as much stuff. But also the other really important part of that is that this is what I want to be doing. This is what I love doing. So I'd be doing it anyway. And doing it this way means that hopefully it can become a sustainable thing, and it can become a source of income for me, because what I've worked out is I'd much rather spend my time doing what I love and get paid enough to like live than chase this other business that I've been running, which I'm not passionate about, which stresses me out, make more money from it, but not really enjoy myself or spend my time doing what I love. So yeah, to answer that question about burnout, 1, I'm not doing as much, so I don't think there's a risk, and B, I'm doing what I love, and I think you can always make time and room for what you love. And it's when you're like working flat out doing something that you're not passionate about, that's when you burn out. So that is my feedback to the feedback that I've had. But what I'm also going to announce before I turn the comments back on is that I have created an early bird notification page for this album launch like program. So I said before, I'm going to be launching it officially on Friday the 20th of March. But I've created this page and this list, and I'll share the link in a sec, so you guys can sign up. And anyone who signs up to that page will get the link to sign up properly 24 hours before everyone else. And you might be wondering, why would I need that? Why would I want that? Why would I not just wait and do it at the same time as everyone else? And the reason is I've actually got some amazing bonuses which I'm going to be giving to the first 70 people that sign up. And the reason I'm doing that, the reason I want 70 people is because I've worked out that's how many people I need to pay for the album, basically. So 70 people paying £5 a month. And before I embarrass myself and realise that I've got my maths wrong, I'm going to work it out. 70 times 5 equals £350. And that's how much it's going to cost me per song to make this album. So basically the production is around about £200. I've got it cheaper because I'm doing lots of work with these guys. The studio session is around £100, and the mixing and the mastering is around £50. So that's 350 quid. So I need 70 people to be paying £5 per month in order to pay for this album, basically. So that's before I make any profit and take it myself. So I really, really desperately want 70 people as a minimum to make this viable. But in order to like entice you and try and encourage you to sign up quickly and give me that peace of mind and like not a heart attack, is I've got some bonuses for the first 70 people that sign up. I'm not going to tell you what they are now because I want to see how many of you sign up just out of like support, basically, and how out of like solidarity, and just to show me that you're like committed and that you want to do it. So the link for the early bird notifications list is iamoffbeat.com/earlybirds with an S, early birds, and it's one word. iamoffbeat.com/earlybirds. So I'll post a link in the comments in a minute, and in fact I think there's one in the description for these live streams as well already. So anyone who like just wants to be really sound and show me support, you can sign up to that now, and I'll send you the link to sign up properly 24 hours before it goes live and before it goes public. But over the next week, I'm going to be telling you what these bonuses are, and trust me, you are going to want to sign up for them because they're things that I've never shared before or like have done before. So I was trying to brainstorm like, what stuff can I give them to like entice them and incentivize them to sign up? And I thought of like, I could like give away all my music before that I've, like my album and all my EPs and stuff like that. But to be honest, most of you guys who are signing up for this or will sign up for this have got all that already because you're my core fans, you're my supporters. So I've had to like really rack my brain and come up with some like amazing stuff that you just have never ever seen or heard before. And I have, and I'm like really proud of it, and everyone I've told has gone like, fair play, that's wicked. So I'm not going to tell you what it is now because I want to see how many of you just sign up anyway because like you want to support me and because you're just like sound people. But over the next like week I am going to be telling you what these bonuses are, but they're going to be limited to the first 70 people that sign up. So if you want to guarantee that you get them, jump on the early birds notification list, get the link to sign up for the launch 24 hours before everyone else, and then unless I've got hundreds of people on that list, which would be a lovely problem to have, chances are good that you'll get the bonuses. So that's it. That's my piece.